To introduce yourself, Kevin. Thanks for being here today. And tell us a little bit about your journey in off premise since before the pandemic to now.
Great. Yeah, I'm Kevin Miles, the CEO of Mendocino Farms, and I appreciate you having me on, Ron. And thanks again. I'll give you a little insight into what we've experienced for the last little over a year now. It's been a wild ride. Joined Mendo in kind of late 2019, and lo and behold, March came and pandemic hit, and we had to really shift and operationalize our business for things that had happened. And so lots of takeout. We were historically always had great takeout and off-premise sales. As we probably mentioned before, it's about 60+%, 65, 67% were off-premise prior to pandemic. And then we go from that to virtually 100% was off-premise with our catering and just our normal off-premise, what we call our core sales. So it was a big pivot, big shift and big change. And I guess first and foremost, to thank our guests for sticking with us and our team that really did have to operationalize at a moment's notice, and couldn't thank them more for all that we've done.
Did you add any tools or do any operational changes to accommodate the growth in off premise?
Yeah, we did. We had just launched our online ordering, prior to the pandemic. So in 2019, so we historically never had even an online presence where you could order and come in. And during the pandemic, we did add an app. We did add curbside in the seamless touch points. We did add, before dining rooms were closed, we were working on adding ordering at the table versus going through the line and ordering at a menu board or a register. So those were some of the things that we started to put in place during the pandemic, along with lots of other from, telecom technology on how we answer phones and things like that. But the digital experience is something we really focused and worked on.
How about technology from an operator standpoint? What are you looking at to make this whole off premises easier?
Yeah, I think for us, it really is giving the operator the visibility, twofold. The operator the visibility of where the guest is and how far away they are and where they are in the queue of getting the food prepared. So it's not too fast, it's not too slow, it's just right. Maybe a little bit of the Goldilocks theory, but having a little bit of that visibility is important, as well as giving that visibility to the guest. I think that's extremely important. I think a guest is okay if they know it's going to take 15 minutes or 20 minutes and they're not leaving their office or their home and they get there and they're having to wait 20 minutes. I think they would rather continue to do what they're working on or with their life, and then it fit, in the appropriate amount of time. So that's some of the technology we're looking at. So a guest isn't having to wait, maybe, or a dine-in guest isn't having to wait on a takeout guest. We can cue them into our order flow seamlessly.
Mendocino Farms, you mentioned the growth this year and next year. Kind of what are you most excited about in the future for the brand?
It really is. It really is that growth. It's moving across. We opened Texas as our first market outside of California mid last year, pre-pandemic, and then, mid 2019, pre-pandemic. And then, we continue to look at that growth and look at other markets as we grow and continue to grow in our core state of California. We've got, of those 37, the majority of those are in California, and we'll continue to add in that market as well. So I think it's growing a great team. It's getting back out and getting back to normal and greeting our guests and serving great food. And we have a little bit of mantra around Mendo that says eat happy and sell happy, and that's what we're looking forward to getting back to do again. And it's just being a old restaurant guy that I am, it's never more fun to be in a restaurant and shaking hands with the team and talking to the guests. So that's what I'm most excited about.
Are you finding people are still shaking hands?
With fist bump. We'll do the fist bump these days. So I think people are craving the handshake though.